Hello and welcome to PaletteApp. This is the tutorial on how to create a palette on PaletteApp, which, like the name says, is essentially what the site is built to do. So you go into your palette section and you click on the Create New Palette, and we're going to ask you some basic information. Everything on PaletteApp is basically a filter to help you drill down through thousands and thousands of products to get to what you're actually looking for and is appropriate for a project. So the information that you input here is critical. You know, if the job is commercial or residential, I mean, if you're doing a commercial project, you definitely want to weed out all the residential products. Same thing with color. If my primary color is beige or gray or blue, you want to input that information. And that's important because when you go into palette building mode and go into My Palette Matches, we're going to filter out a lot of products that don't meet that criteria. Also, where the job is located. We do have designers from all over the world using PaletteApp. We also have designers who are doing projects in other countries, and so if a product is not available in that country, it'll automatically filter out that product so you're not pulling something that you can't get or it doesn't meet your budget. So, you're in palette mode. Easiest and fastest way is to go to your libraries. These are libraries that you've already created of your favorite products, and you drag one of them to your palette. Now, I tend to like to make my entire background carpet. Or a fabric, and so I'll put a product in my palette, I'll copy it in there, I'll enlarge it, and then I'll duplicate it and I'll drag that image over, and so essentially I'm making an entire textural background now. You can do this however you want. This is just something that I've always done in the last 25 years of building palettes, where I tend to use carpet as my primary focal point. And then you can go back into your libraries and select a different kind of product. Again, the libraries can be as extensive as you want or as minimal as you want. Or you can go to My Palette Matches. Now, this is where that information you inputted earlier is important. So all you're seeing here are products that meet your budget, ship to your job location, and meet your primary and secondary color. Regardless of what type of product it is, it could be carpet, it could be fabric, it could be glass. But if it meets that criteria, it's here. It allows you to quickly and easily find products that are appropriate for your project, and once you do find them, you can drag it into your palette. And once you drag a product into your palette, of course, you can move it around, you can manipulate the size of the palette and start to make the palette actually look like more of a presentation palette that you're normally used to versus just a bunch of same size blocks, as it were. On the left hand side are manipulation tools, so you can trash a product, move it forward one, move it back one, move it all forward, move it all back, to kind of create a layered effective product. And here we're going to move this product for you so you can see how it goes. We just moved it all back. Now it's gone. Product's still highlighted, so if we click on move it all forward or move it forward once, this is only one layer, it puts it back on the topmost surface. Pretty simple. Pretty self-explanatory. Here it is. Anytime you're in a product, you'll see the little information icon. This tells you some basic information about the product. You can order a sample, you can add it to a library, you can trash it. Now once you have a palette complete, here's sort of where the magic happens on PaletteApp. Now I've got all these products the client has. I need to pull products for a presentation. Here's the project information. I want to save it first. If I want to create a new palette, so I want to create 3 or 4 versions, I can do that now. I can put in this similar information, call it Palette 2 or whatever, and I can make some subtle changes. If I'm ready to order samples, I click a button, and now instead of calling 20 manufacturers and repeating my name over and over and over again, it's a few clicks of the button. I can also change the number of samples I want, my shipping method. If I want to ship it via FedEx or UPS, I can dictate that, put in a number if I need to. Special instructions, I say put it to the attention of Mary or to the attention of John, whatever I want. And then I can click submit. And emails go out to all those manufacturers ordering those samples for you with the criteria you've inputted. You can edit the palette information, so if I go in and I change, say, dark brown to red, if I go back to Palette Matches, now all the dark brown products will disappear and now a bunch of red products will show up. So it's a quick way to have quick reference options. Once I have a final palette, I can save it as a final palette, give it a final palette name and date it, and I can now download all the specs. So instead of having to go to the website or call my reps, it's simple, it's easy. If I'm not writing the spec document, I can actually email these to a GC or a spec writer. They can then copy this palette out of an email, click on it, takes them right to PaletteApp, and they can do the same thing. Simple, easy, efficient. Our goal is to make your life easy. All right, thank you so much and enjoy PaletteApp.